Okay, so I lost the whole first segment of this video here. And what happened was, after part 5, after we got the engine running after the build, I had to make an adjustment here on the high side of the carburetor mixture screw here. And what happened was, I knew this problem was going to occur, is that this 5/16 fitting here, okay, was tightened up all the way. So which meant was the packing in there was worn out, broken, whatever. And so when I shut the machine off, the carburetor was leaking here, okay, because we were having a problem with the engine was popping through the muffler, but the smoking and all that went away. The oil consumption and all that went away. But we did have a leak here after I shut it off. Because I made the adjustment, I was able to get most of the popping out of the engine. It was popping out of the muffler there. And what I did was, and I lost the whole thing, is I took this whole assembly out, which is a 1/2 inch wrench I used. And this whole assembly comes out. And this assembly is like $20 if you were to buy a brand new assembly. So what I did was, I took the whole thing out. I got this 5/16 loose. I took that all out. And then you'll see in the next segment, you'll see the O-ring that I used to repair this. The first O-ring I used leaked. So I went to a bigger size. And when I stuck the O-ring in, I stuck this adjuster in there, like to try to kind of center it. And I just took a pick and I just stuck the O-ring in all the way. And then I took the 5/16 portion here and I just tightened it up into the other section here. And then I was able to screw this in all the way. And you'll see in that next segment, you'll see me, after I put it together, I had to make an adjustment here. So this is tightened up pretty good now, okay, and the rubber O-ring that I used worked out very well. And I show you the kit in the next segment, and that kit was like $8 I paid for it over at Harbor Freight, and it came with a whole different assortment of O-rings that I've used over a period of time for different things. I mean, they come in handy pretty good. So I was able to fix this. I did fix it. I fixed one on my 61 Gravely at one time, but I didn't have that O-ring set. But I was able to find an O-ring to repair that one here. So I just want to let you know. And it's too bad the hands-on part of the video just disappeared. I don't know where it went. You know? Yeah, you guys know how it goes with this. So I got most of the popping out. It seems to be running all right. And like I'm going to say in the second segment here, I'm going to take the mower deck off of Dad's Gravely here, the 56, and I'll put it on here. We'll take it out in the field and try it out and say. I haven't checked the oil yet, see if it used any. I've had this running for about a total of 45 minutes since the engine build. So, sorry about that. I would have really liked to have showed you the hands-on doing this, but I tightened this 5/16 up after I made the final adjustment. I just tightened it up a little bit, and the gas is not leaking out anymore, and that's the important thing, because that'll cause popping too. If you have like that creates like a vacuum leak. If you have like a fuel leak here and you're not sealing the carburetor properly, that'll give you a little popping there too. So, all right, that's enough chit chat once again. And then you'll see segment 2, and then after that we'll go out in the field here, and I'll see you out in the field later. Okay, so I kind of had to use a bigger O-ring here, but I was able to get it in there and tighten up that 5/16. And let's take a look and see. I've had it sitting here a little bit. Let's see if it leaks or not. I tightened up the 5/16 enough, but I could still turn this to adjust it if we have to make an adjustment. But hopefully we don't have to make much of an adjustment. But this is pretty tight in here. It's not leaking. I have the gas turned on, and I'll start the tractor up and see if we have to make an adjustment, and hopefully it won't leak. And I might just take and tighten this 5/16 a little more after we make the adjustment. Okay, let's get it to start. Might have to choke it, I don't know. Try to choke it. It sounds kind of rich already. So I'm going to turn that counterclockwise. Wow, I had that way too rich. Maybe I didn't bottom that out all the way. I don't know. But let's see if we have no leak. Let me see if you're still in view. Has a very, very slight pop. Wow, we had to turn that in quite a bit. It was really rich. But it seems to be okay. As long as it doesn't leak and waste precious fuel, we'll be alright. So, yeah, that O-ring was just a little bit too big. What I did was, when I had this, the 5/16 portion fitting out, what I did was I just easily put that O-ring in, and I stuck this needle through there to make sure it was going in centered. And then I just took a little screwdriver and just kept pushing in that seal until it's seated in there. And then I took this back out, put the 5/16 piece, I started it and stuck this in, and then I tightened up the 5/16, piece there. I don't know if this is making any sense to you, but it seems to be okay. There's no leak, and that's what we want. So I'll shut the gas off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the mower deck off of Dad's 56L, and we're going to put it on here. I'll do that off camera, and then I'll meet you out in the field, and we'll see how it cuts grass. Yeah, I'm still going to do something with the hood. I'm going to leave the hood off for now. I think I'm going to just clean the hood up real good and just give it a quick paint job. And I'll see you out in the field. Okay, so let's give it a try and see how it does here. I'm just going to walk behind it. I'm not going to bother hooking up the socket. Forgot to turn the gas on. This is like the worst day. Friends, this is the worst day of filming I've ever had. It's the worst. Unbelievable. Okay, so it's got a lot of power, but everything's dried out from the heat wave we've been having. So let's just take a walk over there and make sure that the fuel leak has stopped. Like, this is the part of the video, you know, that first segment I was telling you about that I lost. And I was showing you how it was leaking. But this seems to be dry. This one is equipped with the governor. I left the governor on because I told you we're going to be I'm going to be snow plowing with this, but if I ever use the snow cannon, the snow blower, it's always nice to have the governor on here. But it has a lot of power. It's doing really good. So we just got to hope the bottom end stays good from that metal that fell in there, if you've been following my videos. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's running here so far. And yeah, we got some kind of drought going here pretty bad. The grass is like really dry here. It's like hay almost. I usually like to cut it when it's high and wet, but wet is out of the question, and it's not even high either. You can see it like burned out in spots here. It's like burning out. But I don't know, for the grass that we had here, it did a really good job. And I apologize once again for segment 1 of this video. Thanks for watching again. And the main thing I wanted to do is make a video of testing this with the mower deck on it. It's doing really well. So okay, so thank you all for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for viewing. I love yous all. Till next time, stay safe, and I'll see you all on the next one.